Hi there, and welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK, and welcome to this week in toys. How are we all doing out there? It has been a hot spring day, I suppose I should say, here in the UK. It's been a rather warm, so I can confirm, yeah, I'm in pants. I am in pants, or as my Americans would say, I'm in my underwear. There's nothing on the bottom half. We're in serious trouble if I have to stand up. But how are we all doing? Make yourself known out there in the live chat. And in a minute, when she's ready, Cheeky Monkey will join us this evening. But of course, we are back again for This Week in Toys every 2 weeks on a Friday night. And we are now into month number 9. It does seem to be month number 9 of This Week in Toys. So we're flying through. We're nearly at the 1 year anniversary. So doesn't time fly when you're talking toys? Now I've got a rather intimidating pile to my left here because I brought all this week's pickups in, and it's been a heavy week. It does seem to be here in the household for toy pickups. So we will go through all those as per tradition, and then we'll get into our topics for the evening. And there's all sorts of things to cover this evening. I did think recently, not much to talk about tonight, because of course last time we were on 2 weeks ago, there was hardly any toy news. So we did the quiz edition. So if you haven't seen the previous episode of This Week in Toys, do go back and check that out. The Price is Wife, where Cheeky Monkey Kiara goes through all the action figure prices, and we'll see how she did. She didn't do too bad. So if you haven't checked that out, please do go and do so. So there is a poll running this evening because there was quite a lot of toy news literally the last couple of days. It all sort of broke, so we have some topics to talk about. Hasbro sprung a leak, or it seems a person testing their website at least didn't test it in the sort of private settings. They test it publicly. So we've got a potential leaked Haslab to talk about. Toddy Mac has been dropping massive Banes. If you're after a massive Bane, he's been dropping those today. We've got Warbirds selling out everywhere. And if you're a fan of symbiotes, well, at the start of the week, you had nothing. And now you've got an absolute double. Absolutely loads of symbiotes have dropped in the last few days. So the poll is basically asking, what is your favorite action figure of the week so far? So I've just come up with a few little answers I could think of there. So I went for the Marvel Legends Retro Venom, the McFarlane Bane versus Batman, the Marvel Legends Sonyverse Carnage, and of course one that literally dropped a few hours ago, NECA Krampus. So you haven't seen that one. That's quite a intimidating looking action figure. So we will get into that as the evening goes on. But let's bring in Cheeky Monkey. I need to press remove then. That wouldn't have been good. Let's bring Cheeky Monkey in. How are you doing, dear?
Hello, I'm good. I'm well. I've got my Coke Zero to keep me going. And yeah, ready to talk toys.
Ready to talk toys. Your favourite topic of the week, of course, talking toys, I would say.
Well, I think you bring the topic up. I just listen and sort of share my opinions.
She's well into this, as you can see, Cheeky Monkey. You could say she's the most passionate co-host on all of YouTube. Is there somebody out there with more passion for action figures than
Hey,
Cheeky Monkey Kiara?
I tolerate.
Ugh. She's only here. She's only here because of this, really. She's here because can we keep the streak alive, ladies and gentlemen? Can we keep the streak alive? So for the last 9 months, we've had at least one super chat per episode of This Week in Toys. So can we keep that streak going? So any amount of super chat is welcome. Support the toys, support the wedding fund. Of course, we got the very special thank you graphics and everything there where you can support the channel, and you will get a nice little thank you graphic. And if you're really fancy, you will get the thank you for supporting the wedding fund graphic. So anybody out there would like to keep the super chat streak alive, that would be much appreciated, and it would cheer Cheeky Monkey right up. Otherwise, she gets well grumpy with me.
Can't be that grumpy, surely.
Can't be that grumpy indeed. Cannot be grumpy at all. I suppose we should come say hello to the chat, shouldn't we, dear? Let's come say hello to the chat. Before I do, though, don't forget to hit that like button. Of course, leave your thoughts in the live chat. We will get to you as we go. Subscribe if you're new here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do, as we try to hit 2,000 here in 2024. And of course, don't forget, as I like to say, tickle that notification bell. She wasn't tickling with me there. There was no tickling. Come on, dear. Give me a tickle. That's a pathetic tickle, isn't it? A one finger tickle. That's what you get from Cheeky Monkey. Tickle that notification bell. Don't forget. So let's go and say hello to the live chat then. Who have we got in this evening with us so far? We'll kick it off with it's Tac Tac Toys. And
hello, Mark.
Talking Eurovision already.
Yeah.
There's a Cheeky Monkey, a massive fan of the Eurovision that will be happening tomorrow. Now, we did live stream it last year. We did live stream the Eurovision, but we're on this week in toys. I don't think we'll do. I don't think the algorithm this year would enjoy a Eurovision live stream. So I'll have the night off as Cheeky Monkey is having a Eurovision party this evening. I've probably got half the county
tomorrow evening, not this evening.
Tomorrow evening. That's close enough, isn't it? It's close enough. That was in. Damien's here. Hello to Damien. How are you doing, sir? He's talking about Eurovision as well there. My goodness, Eurovision seems a popular topic. You can have Damien.
I like it.
There you go. Hello, special shout out, of course, to Mike Hex there. At the moment, my personal shopper. So thank you to Mike. He has been helping me out. He has been enabling me from the stateside because some of these figures are literally impossible to get in the UK. And this man, he can find anything. He can find a needle in a haystack. So he did find to me today the Chase Ultimate Edition of Yokozuna. So thank you, Mike. Add it to my potential pile of loot that I'll have coming one day from Mike Hext. Right, who's next in there? We got Kevin Beatty. Hello, Kevin. How are we doing? Boom. Well, he's seen it. He might have seen the Dan Who after show. If he knows, so I was booming. I was the ultimate version of Jay's Toy Collection UK on that. If you haven't seen the after show from Dan Who last night, we've got a man that's back from his hiking adventure. Figure Cave Collectibles has returned. Adam Batman around himself is here. Looks like to me he is quoting Bane there in the chat. So we will get to the McFarlane portion of the show as we go along this evening. So there will be some definite Bane talk. Who else we got here? We got greetings from the recovery room. Yes, shout out to our dear friend Kurt K. Not too well at the moment, so he is in the recovery room. So hopefully we do definitely have some vintage collection to talk about, Kurt. Hopefully we can give you a bit of distraction and cheer you up. So please do send your love to Kurt in the chat. Hope you are recovering, good sir. Maybe our Cheeky Monkey with the love heart there. We haven't got the fancy iPhones here, otherwise it would go across the screen. But no, they don't do it on Android. There was a shout out to Scotty C. Don't forget, if you are a action figure collector here in the UK, he's been shipping quite a lot out at the moment. Do head over to Blue Owl Collectibles, of course, what Scotty owns. There is an affiliate link in the description below, so click that link, help the channel out, and do help support Blue Owl Collectibles for all your sort of Hasbro mainly action figure needs. Quite a few different items popping in stock with Scotty this week there. I've lost the chat. I've lost him. Let's get him back. Let's bring him back. Anybody else is here? There he is, his man. Is he sober this evening? It's Christopher Allen. Hello, sir. How are you doing? And he's hoping Kurt is well. Fantastic. If you've not seen the 6-hour 3-year anniversary of the Dan Who Legends and Liquor show, then definitely check that out, especially the final hour. Christopher Allen is YouTube gold. I will say that. It's a absolutely entertaining final hour of that show. Q Colt is here. How are we doing? Oh, did I pre-order those Golden Axe figures? I did not, actually. You can see the Golden Axe behind me to the corner. They're two I haven't pre-ordered. They are releasing soon.
Something you haven't ordered?
Yeah, I'm hoping they might go in a sale. I don't think they're selling too well. That's my theory. So I haven't done those yet. Mikey Moonboots is in. The monkeys are dropping. The monkeys are dropping in the chat.
Don't forget, I haven't got the chat, so I can't put the monkeys in. But drop your monkeys in the chat for the love.
Hello to Colin. Colin Glory. That's a new name, I do believe. Hello, Colin. How are you doing out there, good sir? And Aunt Jemima is in the chat. Hello, Aunt Jemima, who I'm sure is Eddie Rodriguez under a new name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but how are you doing out there? What else we got here? About the Loki figure. Oh, Compulsive Collector has turned up. John, he's dropping his monkeys. John is dropping his monkeys absolutely everywhere. And ladies and gentlemen, it's alive. It's alive. Kane's alive, Undertaker. Kane is alive because Figure Cave Collectibles has dropped our first super chat of the evening, and the streak, we can confirm, is well and truly alive. So we have £5 here from Adam Batman around Figure Cave Collectibles, a man that actually has visited the very toy collection in recent weeks. So he has sat in this very chair. He's led on my floor And now he's here in the chat. So thank you, Adam. I hope the holiday was good. And he says, thanks for trying to get me a Bane. Yes, I did try and get Bane. We'll go to the absolute debacle of the McFarlane sellout as we go. But unfortunately, Big Bad Toy Store was one per customer, and it kind of sold out very quickly. But we are holding hope for UK stock. No UK pre-order has gone up for Bane yet. I'm assuming it will, so I am keeping my eye out, and Adam, I will let you know. I'll do some posts out there for anybody out there. Actually, if the UK stock does drop a Bane, then we will let everybody know. So thank you for the £5 super chat, Adam. We will give you the, of course, the classic Jay's Toys collection. Thank you, Graphic, and of course we've got to give Batman. We've got to give him the Batman. We've got to give him the Batman there. So thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much indeed to Adam. He has got the classic Batman logo that has covered Cheeky Monkey's face there.
That's all right, I don't mind.
She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. So I think that's everybody in the chat. We've done the housekeeping. Yeah, any super chats, feel free to drop them in and you will get the courtesy. Thank you, Graphic. But the streak for this evening is alive. Now, we might be joined by Matthew at some point this evening. We haven't seen him in a while on the channel because he's not been in the country. And this evening, or this afternoon, I say, he got back in the country, but he's still making his way down the motorway. So he might make it for the stream. He might not. Cheeky Monkey's hoping he does, because then she can go and tidy the house ready for your revision. But if he doesn't, she's stuck with me all night while I'm going alone. So we'll see how he gets on. So let's get into pickups, shall we? So let's go and get the graphic on for pickups. I'm sure we got one of those somewhere. There we go. Action figure pickups. And I'm going to shut up. And Cheeky Monkey, you like to show us the at least one pickup a week from Cheeky Monkey. It's not usually a toy.
Oh,
so what fantastic item have you got this week?
I have got a pickup today. Not today, yesterday, shall I say. I had a knock at the door. I ordered what you would call a mystery bag. So for those of you who don't know, you order a mystery bag, you pay a fraction of the price, but it's worth a lot more than what you pay. So I paid £6 for this, and it's worth over 15. So that's always good, isn't it?
We do have mystery boxes in the action figure game, but I'm assuming
there you go.
I don't know. Mythic Legions have recently just done a drop of
so this is from my friend's business, Oriflame. I think I pronounced that right. So it's a cross between Avon and Body Shop, for instance. So it's a few cosmetic, nice pamper things. So I've got a few bits here. So I've got some kiwi patches. I believe you put them on your eyes. Can't see if is that right? There's some kiwi patches there. It's nice cooling for your eyes. I've got an avocado face mask. Very nice. And this one, I can't wait to use this one. This is a passion fruit one.
I think I might have pressed the wrong button there. Give me 1 second. Adam, I'd like to apologise. I was pressing the like button on your super chat, and I've pressed the delete button on your super chat. So you are now liked and deleted. So there you are. So I've learned something this evening.
That means you deleted the super chat.
You can accidentally delete super chats. But we got it up on the screen at least, so I didn't cock it up that badly.
And this is a Blossom soap bar. Very nice, very floral. And I got some night cream. I think that's more of a sample one. And this is a multi-purpose balm, and it's passion fruit, and it smells really nice actually. I've got a blackcurrant one already, but it's like a lip balm to you. But yeah, it smells really nice. Passion fruit. So
how much is in this box? We could be here all night though.
Well, that's all I got, but that's not bad for £6.
Not bad for £6. It's certainly less than we'd have paid for
£6 for a face mask.
It's less than we'd have paid for our mystery boxes, at least. I could
so I thought that was all right.
There was.
You're not impressed, dear, are you?
Not really. No. I prefer your Body Shop. Really, I used to get quite a nice bath out of that.
Not to be anymore. So they've gone, haven't they? Body Shop at home. So
they're laughing at me now. Adam's laughing at me. Scotty's got it. Thanks for the super chat. Delete. There we are. So I've gone full Matt Hardy. We can do the delete. She should know what I'm doing here.
Delete.
There you go. She's got a reference. She's got a reference.
Did I get it right?
She's got a reference, and I think Eddie is. Angela, there you go as well. I've cracked the code. There was a. I can see Kevin's talking about props and replicas. Yes, I'm holding out on props and replicas for the UK stock of Bane. We will get to him. We will get to Bane. Let's go through pickups, and then we will explain what we were doing last weekend. I think I've got a few little graphics up for that as well, as we just have a general toy chit chat for the evening here. So I've got quite the pile, darling. So I'm just going to go through it.
Oh, shall I go make a cup of tea and come back then?
Do you want a cup of tea? Do you? Yes.
It's fine.
Right. Let's start. Let's just plow through. Let's go. Head of steam. Let's get this out. I've had to bring it all up here because of the Eurovision party tomorrow. I can't have it in the living room, so I've had to bring it all up anyway. So I'm literally going to start grabbing. So we've got quite a mixed haul, but we got a strong start of wrestling. So any wrestling figure fans here, you're in for a bit of a treat because we had an absolute bucket ton of Mattel drops over the last week or so from all different retailers, from Rock and Roll Collectibles here in the UK, from the whole shebang in the UK, and even from Smiths. So there's been a lot of different wrestling figures drops. So let's just show what we got. Cheeky Monkey, who do we have?
I can't see from here. Is that Kane?
It's got to be Kane. So there is Kane. So it is the SummerSlam Build-A-Figure wave. So you can build John Cone then. You can build the John Cone referee. So I've gone from having hardly any referees to having 2 in a week. We'll get to that. So the SummerSlam Build-A-Figure wave has turned up. This one is courtesy of the whole shebang. I think I pre-ordered from the whole shebang there for that one. Right, we've got, of course, Terry Gordy himself, the fabulous Freebird himself. Terry Gordy, Cheeky Monkey Kiara is completely lost. So I probably lost half the chat on this figure. And you'll see him again in a minute because I bought him twice because he comes with his Executioner outfit. So you can actually make him the Executioner from the Mankind Undertaker Buried Alive match. Let's get a double out the way. There you go. We bought the pair. So thank you for the whole shebang for bringing those into the UK because Smith didn't bother. So whoever the Smiths, that should be my job. The Smiths wrestling action figure buyer is crap. It literally buys half the wave, and half the wave people don't want. So whoever you are out there, sign me up. I need your job. So there is SummerSlam 1993 Lex Luger. So Lex Luger is here to complete the referee Build-A-Figure. What else we got? We got X-Pac representing SummerSlam 1998. See, random wrestling pay-per-views. I could go on all night. Kevin Beatty's watching me in the chat. You see, a classic wrestling meme there. A bit of watch. Your boy's got toys. Yo, yo, yo. He just dropped a troll vote in the poll, did he? What have you done, Alexi? If you just voted for McFarlane Toys, let's have a look at the poll. Yes, McFarlane Toys has just taken the lead in the poll. Don't forget the poll in the chat. I'll probably forget to end it. I've already deleted the super chat, so it's all going on this evening. But right, what more? Let's change it to Marvel. We've got the Marvel Legend. Where's Rich M? Display once. Are you out there? The ultimate Rich M. Rich M 2099. I finally bought Monet. Monet Saint Croix is here in all her glory. So I can actually build my Chode Build-A-Figure. She was one of the last figures I needed, I think, along with Chamber, to finally compete Chode. So I've been waiting literally over a year to actually build this figure because I thought I need to wait for the sale. So it worked though. Monet only costs £12. I think Daniel Hayden helped me out with Kid Omega. I think it was for a £5. So I've had the whole range really between £5 and £15. Most of them, excuse me, were about £12. So the waiting for the sale game is still paying off in my Marvel Legends habit. So I'm still going with it, still trying to stick with that strategy mainly for 2024. We'll see if it goes. Didn't work on Rogue, X-Men 97 Rogue. That did not go particularly well, but it's a strategy. What else we got? We got some more wrestling figures. So it's Kane again, but this time disguised as Diesel. So he is from the new Monday Night Wars set. So this is Monday Night Wars Wave 2, which is now just hitting Smiths in the UK. So get yourself over to Smiths, and you can try and pick up those bad boys there. There's probably a few more of them somewhere in the pile. Back to the SummerSlam Build-A-Figure wave. We've got the Undertaker with the sort of face when he sits up.
With what kind of face?
Yeah. There you go. You can click that. You can click that every time you like for that.
Someone screenshot that or something.
That's when he sits up and has a good look at Brock Lesnar. There was we will here's here. The pile's coming down. About halfway through the pile. Kevin Nash from the Monday Night Wars wave. As I say, hope you've got some wrestling figure fans in the chat. Otherwise, they've completely lost interest here. But if we do have some wrestling figures fans, we've got quite the haul this week of wrestling figures. We got Rey Mysterio. So the ultimate edition of this
Need
should have
another
been.
Rey Mysterio, do you?
No, I needed the whole wave though.
How many Rey Mysterios do you have?
I've got to build Teddy Long. Who doesn't want to attitude here a Teddy Long referee? Come on, holler at me, player. What are you going to do? God, he'll make somebody go one-on-one with the Undertaker, I tell him. So there's Rey Mysterio. He would have been with the crowd-funded Nitro stage, but of course that went down the Swanee. So we've got the elite version instead. Now we're going into the Legends line. I think this was the whole shebang as well. So you might know him as Rikishi, but for a few months in 1997, he was known as the Sultan. So we have the Sultan from WrestleMania 13. I think it was his outfit when he faced The Rock. There you go. Did it for The Rock. Right. Going back to the 80s now. All the way to Cat.
Sure.
Quite a lot of wrestling figures there. It's quite embarrassing, really. There's the luckily a lot of these I paid for up front, so I didn't have a big bill this week. Otherwise, I would have been in a bit of trouble. But I did spread them out when you have to pay up front with them, the whole shebang. So there is Captain Lou, of course. Needs Cyndi Lauper to go with him. We need a Cyndi Lauper builder figure. Come on, somebody make a Cyndi Lauper to go with Captain Lou. All right, we got Triple H. I think we're nearly through. This might be the last wrestling figure, actually. I think we've got Triple H, his sort of WrestleMania 15 kind of attire there. Sort of late corporation, sort of DX version of Triple H. There we go. And there's a... Oh, okay, I believe the question is, how many Rey Mysterios do you have? Is that what she actually said, was it? See, I don't listen to her, John. I don't listen to her half the time. She just sits there and looks pretty. How many Rey Mysterios do I have? Not many. I don't actually have that many Rey Mysterios. Probably 10. Probably. We're in double figures, but we're not that deep into double figures.
I know that they've released a lot of Rey Mysterios, haven't they?
They have. That is a fact. Rey Mysterio is the most released wrestling figure in Mattel history. He has more figures than anybody else in the line, probably way into the hundreds now, I would guess.
More than Cena?
He changed. Oh yes, Mysterio has the record of the most figures because he changes his outfit like every bloody week.
Oh.
Right, wrestling's done. Now let's go to something larger. Let's change scale for the second. Right, I'd like to thank and shout out, of course, Trevor, 16 Shooter. Follow him on Instagram, fantastic toy photographer, and also enabler. So again, if you've watched the 6-hour epic Dan Who 3 years Legends Liquor stream, you did see this purchase figure. This figure was purchased at midnight when Trevor showed this, and I thought I've got to get me one of them. So here is the Mars Toys Old Housekeeper. It's the old housekeeper. So here's here. So of course it's Michael Goff.
What's it look like? Oh
I
yeah.
haven't opened it yet. Literally just come in this morning from all the way from
Where
eBay
are you
in
putting
China.
that one then?
That's going down in the Hot Toys, darling, right next to you. So you'll be right next to my Dick. You'll be looking at that. There was
great.
Dick Grayson, that is for anybody that's never seen the channel before. But that's where it will be next to my Chris O'Donnell, Dick Grayson, Robin. So a bargain at £160, nearly dropped it. So very nice to have that join the toy collection. So thank you, Trevor, because I didn't know that was a thing. So that was very helpful from that stream indeed. And I lied. There's one more wrestling figure. It's Chelsea Green. So who doesn't want a Chelsea Green? Who doesn't want a Chelsea Green? Of course, another famous action figure wife is Chelsea Green. For those that don't know, she is married to Matt Cardona. Used to be Zack Ryder in WWE. Runs the Major Wrestling Figure podcast channel. And now she has her own action figure. So Cheeky Monkey, you are literally the Chelsea Green of this channel.
Lovely. Do I get my own action figure?
Do you get your own action figure? Somebody out there. Somebody would go contact Ramen Toy. I'm sure they'll make you one. We got to get a campaign going. We're going to need a lot more super chats for a Cheeky Monkey action figure, aren't we? We're going to need a lot more. Anybody would like to donate to the fund?
You used to be able to scan your face, didn't you, to make a figure of yourself? No, did they not do that?
The old Hasbro Pulse thing. I think they've stopped doing that now. It never did come to the. It never did come to the UK. So
no,
I never did.
Could have had a figure.
You could have had a figure, but you don't, do you?
No.
No. Right. There's a Marvel Legend. There's Chamber in the shell. As I say, finished the Chode, so I can finally build myself a Chode. Waited a whole year. We've already got a backer, love. You got a backer. Your Compulsive Collector is backing the Cheeky Monkey Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, we should do that. How much does it cost to make a figure?
100 grand, probably. I would say at least.
No, not then. We'll change our mind. We'll do something.
I don't know. You've confused
Tariq. I'll do my own custom.
We've confused Tariq. I don't know how we confused Tariq. We confuse ourselves, Tariq. I wouldn't worry. Let's have a look in there. Damien's mentioned about the Batman 66 Bookworm. I need to add him to the list. Remind me to talk about Bookworm when we get to the McFarlane section.
Bookworm.
There we go. Right, what else we got in the pile this week? Let's have a.
Hey,
Oh, she knows what.
Toys.
Right, it's ready for your gimmick now. It's your big moment. You ready?
Me?
Yes,
What?
you ready for your big gimmick? You know what to do?
No. Yo, Joe!
There you go. She knows what to do. Yo, Joe. I've got me a grunt. It's taken about 6 months to get a grunt here because you may have heard of the man, Tac Tac Customs. Mark Tac Tac. Yeah. Bought at least 25 of these. Took the whole UK stock. Greedy git he was, weren't you, Mark, if you're right there? I'm sure Mark is somewhere in the chat. And yeah, he bought the entire UK stock of Grunt. So Hasbro Pulse, we've literally had to wait until they actually got a restock in. So that finally got me a Grunt that I must have pre-ordered nearly a year ago now. It's been a long time.
Wow.
For that one. I've managed to stack these quite neatly on the bed. So that's gone
good. Well done.
That's gone quite well at the moment, I must say, darling. That's gone quite well indeed. Have another Marvel Legend. That's why not. We've got Egghead, another one from the Amazon sale.
Magicking them out from somewhere to the side.
You got to wait for the sale, let's see. $24.99. You know the retail on this. £12 I paid. So you got to wait. Anybody want a torso of Cassie Lang? That's going to do me no use at all. So you can somebody can have that. And there is what else we got? Right. Let's go for Marvel Legends. I did pay full price for. Let's just change it up a bit. Let's be a bit different, shall we? So, I did pay full price, but not quite, because Kapow Toys had a 15% discount code running last week for a couple of days. So I used the Kapow Toys 15% discount code. They were £5 cheaper than Pulse, plus 15% off. Means I got this for £48. So here is the Patch and Joe Fix-It, the Wolverine in Hope to Cheeky Monkey in the grey, the full suited.
I really thought you had this already.
No, I have a poster of that, don't I? I have a poster of the actual comic cover. So you obviously thought I actually owned the figure, or I don't own the figure. I actually just own the comic cover. But now I own the figure. So I've got a lot of shit to open here, haven't I? God.
You really do. Keep yourself busy during your revision.
Right, we've got three more pickups, and then we'll get into the action figure news of the week. Cheeky Monkey's like, yeah, she's stuck here. She can't see Matthew in the green room. He hasn't made it back.
Matthew, where are you? Where is he?
He's going to be with me all night.
Oh.
Right. What have we got? Let's go for a bit of DC. We had a bit of DC love this evening, and we have a Mezco. So we have the Mezco recovery suit. So effectively, the black suit version of Superman. That's what we've got. He's got all his guns and all his ammunition belts and stuff. The rip cape. Yeah, he lost his powers for a bit when he was dead. So
I never knew Superman had a gun.
Well, he doesn't usually have a gun, but he was dead, so he needed to recover. So he had a gun.
So he was dead, so he needed to recover, so he had a gun.
Well, yeah, he didn't have a lot of powers, did he? Poor fella. It was
okay.
He was all dead, killed by Doomsday, darling. There was
Oh, Doomsday, I've heard of him.
You have to. So
I bought you that one, didn't I?
You did. You bought me a Doomsday many because she remembers everything, doesn't she? It was, you bought me a Doomsday.
The name rang a bell.
Many years ago.
Yeah. Did you sell it? Probably sold it now, haven't you?
That's gone in my eye. That's
Oh, you're all right.
Oh. Yes. Well, it's only water. We're all right. We're not drunk on the stream. Not drunk in charge of a YouTube channel.
Oh God.
Oh.
You okay?
In the face. Wow. It's hot. It's
Could be worse.
I don't do heat, ladies and gentlemen. I do not do heat. Like a nice cold, snowy day. This British climate at the moment, getting warm. I don't like it. The figures collapse. I already moved the Mondos, as I mentioned the other week, to put the books up there because they won't collapse on me because I didn't want the Mondos falling off the shelf when it got hot. So I panicked and moved them all downstairs. Right. Here we go then. Last two pickups. Save the best for last. Of course, main event of pickups here. We have Cheeky Monkey's favourite. It's R2-D2.
Oh, it's not my favourite.
You like R2?
Well, I just wondered what that thing was making a noise.
It is the Hot Toys R2-D2 Attack of the Clones version. And yes, it does light up and he talks. It makes a little noise. So it's got a little remote control. And I've been driving her up the wall with the R2-D2. Every time I go by, I get the remote and I have a little chat with R2. So I managed to pick him up from Comic and Cocktails, the last one they had So I had a bit of a panic and thought, I need an R2 for the Hot Toys.
You had a panic, so you thought you got to get it.
It was slightly reduced, a little bit less than retail. So I had a panic, and I got me an R2.
It's not why I don't have a panic and buy things, isn't it? Can you imagine?
I'm getting sarcasm from the chat now. Mr. I bought all the grunts Mark Tac turned up here. There was does R2 come with a gun after he lost his powers? He does. He comes with a decapitated C-3PO head, actually, so he can drag a C-3PO around the Geonosis arena, technically. That's a lot of words, wasn't it? Geonosis. Who comes up with these names? George Lucas. Shorten your name, son. Right, final pickup. It's a biggie. It's one I'm very excited for.
What is it? What is it?
And my advice for anybody who wants this figure, go and buy it because the yen is terribly weak. So,
right, okay.
UK retail on this is £150. You go and buy it direct from someone like Hobbylink Japan, it's £75 plus shipping. So here we have the classic Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns Batman and Horse. This thing is absolutely massive. It's heavy as anything. So literally, the Dark Knight Returns. I might do a review when I can actually clear the pile. Because, yeah, very excited to add this to the Mayfex collection. So if you've always got toys, it's still here. I've saved the main event for you, Alexi, here. We have some Mayfex in the main event of pickups. As we have the Dark Knight Returns for literally half the UK imported retail price. So anybody who wants any Mayfex at the moment, head over to Hobbylink Japan or any of your other favorite Japanese retailers because they're cheap as anything. The yen is the weakest it's literally ever been, it seems. So it's you are getting some nice action figure bargains if you go over to the Japanese sites. So that's my advice to you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this section we know as action figure pickups.
Woo!
Oh, she's keen, isn't she? She's keen.
Wow, that was quite exhausting watching that.
You were only watching. I had to lift them all. Was, right, where's the... let's get that graphic off the screen. There we are. Graphic is off. I've just seen Homer.
Homer?
Yeah, I just saw a little graphic there. There you are. Super chats are
open.
I like the Homer graphic. I do like Homer. I do like the Moo Homer.
That, haven't you?
I've got the little version. Of course, the Super 7 one has just released, but of course, the debacle of Super 7, I have no longer purchased the Super 7 figures. So I will stick with the world of Springfield for now. So this next little segment, before we get into the toy news, what were we doing last Friday night? Well, last Friday night was our week off from This Week in Toys. Cheeky Monkey, what were we doing?
I'm trying to think.
Friday night.
What did we do last? Oh, I know what we did. We went to the cinema.
You take this whole segment. You flew.
I don't know what the film was called.
Fantastic. So we went to the cinema.
I want to say it's something called like New Hope or Hope something. Maybe not. It's got Jar Jar Binks in.
It's right. Okay. So
have I got it wrong?
You've got a little bit of a mix there. She's got the mix. We've got 20 with us in the chat. So anybody in the chat, help her out. What did we go and see at the cinema last week? She's remembered Jar Jar and she's remembered A New Hope. She's got a little bit mixed up between two films, but at least she's in the right category. It wrong? You've got a little bit mixed there. Somebody can probably help you.
What's it called?
Have a little think.
Has it got Hope in it?
The chat's currently talking about penguins. So I don't know what's going on here. So
penguins?
We didn't go and see anything related with penguins. That's not helping you. Anybody help her? Somebody put her out of her misery. There we go. We've got to help her. You've got to help her. Christopher Allen has come to your aid.
Yes. It was called that one.
Went to see episode 1, A Phantom Menace. Thank you, Christopher. There.
Where did I get Hope from then?
You mixed it up with episode 4, A New Hope.
So that is a film, isn't it?
Well, it is a film. It's not the film we went to see last week.
I don't know.
And you've done it now. You've set off Star Wars fans. You've just lost your Kickstarter pledge. Compulsive Collector's Frodo, he's out. He's off the Kickstarter now. You've ruined it. Kevin's helping you. Tac's making up his own films there.
It's not my fault. that you go on about Star Wars so much that it annoys me that I just don't pay attention. So when you start talking about Star Wars, I just switch off. And then when you take me to the cinema to see it, I'm like, really? Do we have to watch this? But I actually, in all fairness, got into that film, so it wasn't so bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was quite funny,
and not how you remembered it. And yes, so what is your review? Review us the Phantom Menace. What did you think?
Well, I wasn't.
What happened? Tell us the plot. Give us a whole summary. Here.
I can't remember now. Oh, why can't I think of what happened? They found the Force in Anakin. No,
Yeah, so
or he had some powers.
Take that. They found the Force in little baby Anakin. We'll take
that. Right?
But because somebody share this in a Star Wars group, this will go viral. There was a cheeky monkey Phantom Menace.
And then he wanted to take him back to train him up, but then had to get part of his vehicle or something fixed. No?
Yeah. His hyperdrive goes knackered. So he's doing very well.
He decided to place a bet because they love betting. So he bet because he was a slave, wasn't he? And him and his mum were a slave to this random guy. And so he made a bet to take him to win the lad. And then they had to do a race in this weird car thing.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, we got a pod race.
You're laughing at me. I'm trying my best.
We'll take a weird car thing. So had a
race and then a few things went wrong in the car race, but then he did win. So then the boy then went back with him, and then they had to take him to not members of parliament, but a type of thing, like a group of people that made decisions.
Yeah, and there's a lot of politics in episode 1.
Yeah, am I right?
You're doing well. This is completely off the fly segment. I just made this up.
And then they had to decide whether they were going to keep him and train him, and whether he was worthy of the training or what have you. And then he was also training this other lad who's obviously reached his peak or what have you. And he was like, well, you can't take him on because you're already training this other dude. And then he was like, I think he's ready.
I love Obi-Wan had reached his peak. He'd reached his peak. He'd absolutely peaked.
Well, that's what he said, didn't he? He said, I think he's I've taught him everything I can teach him or something, wasn't it?
Yes, he's finished his training. If this doesn't get her a serious super chat, I'm not going to be impressed. This is phenomenal, cheeky monkey. Keep going.
Wrong?
No, keep going.
And then I'm trying to think what happened. Sorry if no one's seen this film, because this is
the chat's blowing up. You keep going.
If everyone's seen this film. And then what happened next?
25 years old woman.
I can't think what happened next. Oh, and then they had a fight. They had a fight with the red face guy.
Ah, yes, the red face guy. He's a hot toy.
Your thing, whatever his name is.
His name. Celebration.
And then he got chopped in half. He got chopped in half.
Yes.
And then I don't know what happened after that.
Well, that was pretty much it.
That was it. Is that the end of the film?
Well, pretty much.
There you go. So I paid attention enough.
There you go. Well, there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, that was going to be. I'm going to have to go back and watch that on the replay.
Oh, myself. The Jar Jar. The Jar Jar land with all the Jar Jar
land.
people.
The Jar Jar land. Yes, under the water of Naboo. The Jar Jar land.
And they made friends with them, didn't they?
Ah, the Gungans. Yes.
The Gungans. Yeah. And then they had some sort of festival type thing, celebration.
Yes. Yes, good.
Yeah.
That was it, yeah.
They all lived happily ever after. Sorry?
They all lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely.
Oh, and then also phenomenal. The little lad, he started liking the lady, the queen.
Oh yes, Anakin did get a little bit aroused. There was a little need, that one would say.
And he kept wanting to say hello to her and stuff, didn't he?
Well, yes, yeah, he gets pretty aroused by the next film. She's I'll give you a spoiler though. She's up the duff by the end of the next film. There was so I cannot wait for another.
Isn't there for them too?
Well, we got to wait for the 25th anniversary of Attack of the Clones in probably 3 years' time because Cheeky Monkey's going to have to wait that long to find out what happens next.
Oh, well, that
Now,
was my take on it. It wasn't that bad.
I think Scotty's giving you the score here. That was an 11 out of 10 review. That was absolutely phenomenal. That was I don't know. I'll catch up the chat later. They're all chatting away, but yes, Cheeky Monkey.
That's what happened.
That's a new whole podcast.
It's like I don't get all the weird language that they use, like, and stuff. But I know, like, there's things in Star Wars that you love. But I mean, yeah, it has to be a story that I can follow, and sometimes it's just too much going on. There's a lot going on in the films.
So, who was your favourite character out of the whole film then? What was your takeaway? Oh, she's laughing. Go on then.
I like Jar Jar because he was funny. He was quite funny. You got to admit, it was funny.
Just going to press a button now. There you are. So she's gone, ladies and gentlemen. I had to remove her from the live stream there because Cheeky Monkey has just said her favourite character in Star Wars is Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, you heard it here first. It's the 10th of the 5th, 2024, and my 10-year relationship with Cheeky Monkey has come to an end here, live on YouTube, because she's just said that Jar Jar Binks is her favourite character from Star Wars. I do not know what to say. But you're lucky. You've been saved, Cheeky Monkey, because Jeremy Curlow has absolutely saved you there with a $5 super chat saying, well done, Kiara. So you've earned your money there, dear. You've got yourself back in there. Thank you, Jeremy.
I like comedy, and I like to have a giggle when I go to this theatre. I don't like it's all seriousness stuff. And it got a very bit political at some point. And I was a bit like, oh, I don't know. But Jar Jar brought it back for me. I quite liked it. I know you don't. You're not a big fan of Jar Jar at all, but I thought it was quite funny.
Well, phenomenal. So thank you, Jeremy Curlow, there, and we can celebrate your 5th super chat. It's telling me here on my phone. So thank you very much. I'll try to press the correct button there. So let's give you a thank you, and of course, it's got to be a Star Wars themed thank you on the super chat. Thank you there. Thank you for the super chat. So Darth Vader is very impressed with you. Cheeky Monkey hasn't met Darth Vader yet.
Can I ask a question?
He was only a little boy. You can do. I think we had another one as well, but yes, carry on.
It's Star Wars. So, they've all got different colour lightsabers.
Yes.
What do the different colours mean? Like, is it, like, which part of journey they are on, or...?
Well, they're made of different crystals. The red one is for the Sith, is the evil one. There's somebody with more lore out there than me. The blue
they got good guys and bad guys.
The blue one's the good one, but in the 6th film technically, or the 3rd of the original film, they changed it to green because you couldn't see the blue on the skiff, so they changed the lightsaber color to just effectively purely because you couldn't see the bloody blue. But
the red guy had 2, didn't he? He had a double one.
Oh, he had a double ender. We've got a double ender now. We've got an absolute double ender.
Did he not?
He did. You wait. Yes, you wait until Cute Colt says, wait to the purple one. That's the.
Oh, purple. I like purple.
Yeah.
Is that a good guy, bad guy?
That's Samuel L. Jackson. He demanded a purple one because he's a cool dude. He's our Samuel L. Jackson.
I like purple.
I really do like Mace Windu. But ladies and gentlemen, we have another super chat here. So, Cheeky Monkey, this one I believe is for you. So, thank you for the £2 super chat from Damien Ristori here. Damien has said it's a request, darling. So, there was a Kiara. Say really loudly, unlimited power.
How do I say that? Like, what style?
Well, you haven't quite got to that bit because that's not from the 3rd film. But so
I don't know.
The guy that was playing
the Chancellor, in like a grand way.
You say it however. Before you get there, you just say it however you wish.
Don't make me say it wrong, and then it looks stupid.
It's going to take you 6 years to find out how to say it properly. So give us an unlimited power. Unlimited
power. Is that how it's
unbelievable? Fantastic. Darth Sidious, eat your heart out. Absolutely.
Was that rubbish?
Fantastic. It was all right. That was.
It was all right.
Give Damien a thank you. Let's give Damien a Thundercat. There you are. Thundercats.
Yo, go.
Yo, Thundercats. Yo, my goodness me, this is an absolute farce.
Yo, Thundercats.
Oh dear, every week we say that. Every week.
Sorry.
No, you got a trophy for
Like
Damien.
Star
So
Wars to
you've
Thundercats.
impressed him, Nev. You've impressed him. You've impressed him. You got yourself a
Was
trophy.
that okay? Sorry if I've let you
said it
down.
was quite good as well. He said it was quite good. There was a. Jeremy says you need to go play the Knights of the Old Republic video game for the full lore surrounding the lightsaber colours. So you've got to go and do your research.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I get a lightsaber now?
John's impressive. Well, Compulsive Collectors, happy with that. Even though you've not even seen the reference, you did a very good unlimited power.
Oh,
So,
give me.
oh, thank you.
There you go. I feel good now. Are we watching any more of these Star Wars films?
She has actually seen the film that comes from. She's just completely forgotten because we watched it on TV.
To be fair, there's probably a high percentage that I've fallen asleep during it. So probably would have had no idea.
That's the thing. That's well, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the most fantastic 10 minutes in the history of Jay's Toy Collection UK. So we're going to have to take Cheeky Monkey to a galaxy far, far away, far more regularly, because that tickled me. That did.
Well, no, I need a simple film basically, and something I can follow. And there's just so much going on in these films that you can't just. I probably have to watch it several times to get a lot of the other stuff that's going on, but I get the gist of things.
Well, that's. You like Jar Jar, that's all I can say. Right, let's get on to the action figure news, shall we?
Did you not think I was going to like Jar Jar? Did you go into the cinema thinking I was not going to like him?
Well, I don't know. Let's show an embarrassing photo of Cheeky Monkey before we get into the toy news. There you are. There's a sweaty Cheeky Monkey for you all there. We're on her Facebook page.
What's that? That was then.
So last Friday we were at the cinema, but last Sunday we went all the way to the land of Wales, a land far, far away. A land at the end of a very, very long traffic jam.
Oh my God.
We finally made it to Wales, and we made it to see Bruce Springsteen live in concert. So we had a little bit of a shindig there, you could say. With Bruce, and I was left holding the beer. So there's me holding the beer.
Someone gave you their drink to hold.
There you are. Yes, that lady there who looks very angry. I was holding her beer for her because I don't actually drink. So I was left holding the beer. I don't know what other clips we've got. There we are. There's a lot of people behind us. I did try and get her as close to the front as we could. So it was a lot of standing, and it was a long queue. We didn't get back till about 2:00 in the morning, even though the gig finished at 10, and it should not have been an hour's drive.
It was so long journey home.
That was Bruce Springsteen live at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, and the chat is saying there we need to do a regular Cheeky Monkey does film review segment there.
Oh no! Don't start that. Don't.
That could be a fantastic segment. And Norman Nomad, hello Norman Nomad.
Is Matthew home yet?
It was Bruce Springsteen. No, Matthew is home now. He has messaged.
You home?
He has an orange light on his internet box, so his internet isn't working because he's been away for about 3 weeks. So he hasn't got his internet working. So it looks like you, my dear, are stuck with me.
Well, that's a delight, isn't it?
You love a bit of action figure news.
Yeah, but Bruce was very good. I enjoyed the gig, even though it was a very long day. Very good.
Long day, but we have made it out of Bruce. So let's go into the toy news then. What shall we do first? Let's keep it Star Wars, shall we? We will keep it Star Wars. So we are going to go to the vintage collection now. It seems Hasbro, as I said, has sprung a leak. So the Haslab for the vintage collection has leaked out. So if you haven't seen it and you do not want to see it, here is your spoiler warning, and look away now because we are going to show what potentially the leak.
When people say that, you still speak and tell people what it is. So you kind of need to just switch off.
I've not said anything.
But you know, like when the guy announces like the football results, and he's like, "Look away now," but he still tells you the results.
Well, you better turn the sound off then.
No, what I mean?
Your eyes,
so you need to say like,
if you don't want to see. But here we go then. So let's have a look. We have shown that originally from Instagram user, the Star Wars _toy collector was the first person to take this screenshot. It's gone on to Yakface, and I'm over at JC's site, Jedi Insider, just to show you here then. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. You're never going to guess what it is. You're never going to guess what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's the Cantina. How did we guess it was going to be the Cantina? Yes, I think we've pretty much known for months it is going to be the Star Wars Cantina. So it does seem that somebody, either by mistake or deliberately, this could be, don't forget, this could be a bit of a marketing ploy, because they have delayed the Haslab. It should have been announced on the May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. But they delayed it because it wasn't quite ready. So this could be, as I say, a little bit of a marketing tactic just to get us excited. Or some interns getting fired because they were testing the site out quite clearly. Because earlier in the morning, there was a fake Haslab that went up, just like a $1 Haslab for testing the site, which I think got over 300 backers of people testing the site. But that must have been because they were actually testing the actual Star Wars TVC Haslab itself. So I don't know why I didn't do that. We do a lot of sort of testing as well in our own work, and we have our own. We do it. You wouldn't do it on the actual live system, but somebody's done it on the live system. So either, yeah, just say someone's getting sacked, or this is a deliberate tease. But here we have then the Mos Eisley Cantina. Who wants it? Who wants the Cantina? Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Because I kind of fancy a Cantina. I do kind of fancy a Cantina. So with 3 3/4, I tried to not collect 3 3/4, and then I made a rule. Okay, I'm just going to do Return of the Jedi. So I've got a nice sort of double deep shelf. I've got sort of Jabba's Palace, and I've got all my own little sort of Endor sort of section set up there. So I've got Return of the Jedi pretty much covered. Finally got myself an 8080 recently as well from Endor, so that's all good.
That 8080 is massive.
It's quite large, isn't it? So
yeah, I didn't expect it to be that big.
No, so I always thought to myself, I do fancy a Cantina. I do fancy a Cantina. So do I start collecting this? What should I do, chat?
No,
should I buy this?
no.
Should I not buy this? She's not keen. She's not keen on me buying this.
You promised no more Star Wars. No more Star Wars.
But you've done so well on Star Wars here.
No, because you told me I don't want to collect Star Wars. I'm not going to collect Hot Toys. And now you've bought Hot Toys and Star Wars now.
So Cheeky Monkey, after 10 years, has realised I'm full of shit when it comes to I won't buy that.
Yeah. Well, do you need that? You've got no room for this.
I can make room for it.
No, you're not going to make room.
You could make room for it.
Something here on the table.
I could put it down there on the table if you want. So you want this as a living room centerpiece, do you?
No, you bought this thing.
Right, there we are. I have bought something on the living room table. So on the living room table, she is currently looking at Uncle Owen's sort of hut, because I did buy a TVC sort of Luke's original family hut, because I do thought, if they do a Cantina, I kind of want to build the sort of world of Tatooine. So I found it cheap on eBay, so I picked one up from the old Trouble at Lars Homestead. I think it was the old vintage collection name for that one. So this is potentially, let's trying to get into some details then on what we are seeing here. So my initial reaction, I'm going to tell you my actual first reaction when I saw this, because I thought, okay, Cantina, here we go. Let's have a look. Where's the rest of it? That was my initial first thought. I was like, my actual first words I can't remember was, where's the rest of it? Because I want a full Cantina. And this is kind of half a Cantina. It's mainly the bit you would see on screen. And it's mainly, of course, I think, done to actually fit on the collector's shelf, because this will clearly fit on a shelf. But I've made a double deep shelf, so I could fit a bigger one. But I wouldn't want to have to buy 2, so I don't know. So I'm not sure. So I first thought was where's the rest of it? And then I was thinking in the group speaking to Mini Plastic Multiverse. So shout out Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse. And if you haven't seen his toy photography, do head over to Instagram, because he has a custom he has made of the Mezco, sort of made like a Mezco turtle van, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So do go check out Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram. But his first thought when we were chatting was, where's the floor? Because there's no floor with this. Whereas with the recent release of the Jabba's Palace, the floor was included. There's a bit of a roof. So I don't mind not having a roof. This does look pretty accurate, I would say. It's a pretty accurate looking Cantina here to the actual sort of movie set. But I would like to kind of see a little bit more to the structure.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
You bought something.
Carry on.
Huh? No, you bought
carry on.
You bought something that you had to build, and I thought that was a Cantina. Was it not?
No, it's Jabba's Palace, dear. It was Jabba's Palace from Return of the Jedi. Review is available on the channel, including the whole building process. So if you'd like
you had to build it. Yeah, that's why. Why am I thinking it's this?
I will get to the chat in a minute and come and see what you're saying. But Cheeky Monkey, I've lost my flow now. See, I've lost my mojo, dear. It was what was I saying?
My head. So sorry. You were talking about the floor.
The floor, yes, the floor. I wasn't talking about it. I moved on from the floor. I was saying that maybe there is more to it, because for the first time it seems, now of course this is all technically rumor, this is just a leaked image. It does appear to be quite legitimate though. I've seen it being reported on the Outface, on Jedi Insider. Tim at Boss Bounty's done a video on it. Of course, he always breaks the news there on the 3 3/4 inch stuff. So it does appear to be a legitimate image, so I'm going to go that it is. But on the corner that you can't see on this image, you would have seen, if you go in really closer, you can see there's 2 price points. It appears to be, if my eyes were correct, $399 for the base offering, and there's a deluxe offering at $499. So effectively £400 for a base and £500 for a deluxe. Now, also with my little spy peepers here, I can see on the bottom here of the bar, you can see some peg holes. So it's either they've been lazy and just put peg holes on both sides when you don't need to, or it's deliberately there to be modular and you can add extra pieces. So is the extra $100 for some more pieces and maybe a couple of the sort of like the little seats and things and little pods to go on this side? I don't know. Or will it be more figures? I have seen some sort of description that says we potentially could be getting 8 figures with this. So we could be getting nearly a whole massive wave of, again, not confirmed. We are literally going on rumors. We are just doing, as I say,
normally get
3 or 4 probably with the Haslab, I would say. So it does appear potentially to be more with this. Of course, if I do buy this, I need a Cantina band. They did do the pack of the Cantina band, which is still on Hasbro Pulse, so I'd have to go and get myself a Cantina band. I've always fancied the Cantina, but of course it does break my Return of the Jedi rule, because this is A New Hope, dear. The other film you were getting confused with.
Are we going to watch that one?
You've watched that plenty of times. It's the original Star Wars film.
Well, I don't know what ones I've watched.
It's the one where R2 and C-3PO are walking around the desert.
Oh, and they get lost.
Yeah, and they end up here. It was this is where they go for a little drinky poo. They don't like droids. They're not welcome. They get thrown out. They got to go stand outside.
Oh bless them.
I have seen the bar does light up, so we all have light up features in the bar, so that's pretty
cool.
I
like lights.
So you like it? He does like lights. So I don't know. I want a Cantina, but do I want to spend the money?
Is it worth that money?
Well, I mean, we need to see exactly what it comes with to kind of make that full decision. It's kind of in the price point I was quite honestly expecting it to be in. I would have thought there would have been another wall though. So as I say, there's no floor, there's no roof. But so I don't know. I'm a bit mixed on it. I don't know. But again, we've literally got this leaked image. But I would kind of like a Cantina. So let's have a look at the chat. See what the chat is saying. Let me get the mouse down here, and let's see what's going on down here. If I get the mouse in the right place. So where were we talking about the chat there? Tack was talking about the cardboard bones. We don't talk about those. There was a poor little Rancor. There was a. Hasbro lost the keys to his staging environment. Yes, somebody's thinking this. What does Kurt K think? Can we cheer Kurt up there? I like the looks of it. So Kurt, the probably man that is most likely to buy this out of anybody I would probably know in the chat here, does like it. I think I'd like it to be to print and paint one. Okay, all right. So Kurt's potentially in on this. There's it would go great. It would go great as kitchen dining table. It would. Now Jeremy's on my rule there. Of course, he knows my rule. Return of the Jedi. So this does break the rule. There's what's John was saying there about curious to see what's all included, the value versus what people got with a ghost. Yes, it does seem to be less of value than the ghost from this image, unless there's a load of figures. Because there's 8 figures, $20 a figure. You're in the realm of $160 of figures if that was correct. So it could be a figure thing. There's Damien there wants Jericho in the 6-inch version. In the 6 inches, there was more sarcasm here about. At least he doesn't collect McFarlane toys. Oh wait, yep, might collect those. There's Scotty says it looks awesome, but this year as a talented person could build it. I suppose that's similar. That's a good point, isn't it? That's like the from NECA when we had Donatello's lab, or the sort of sewer lair playset. That they did seem to kind of overprice those items. I think I paid far too much for Donnie's lab, and I didn't all those rant videos on the actual sewer lair. So there seem to be some of these play sets are getting quite pricey. Now, of course, Jabba's Palace that Kiara was talking about earlier was not Haslab. It was about $210. but and it was a good size. It was a good size that.
It was
And
big. Yeah.
that wasn't a crowdfund. That was a purely just straight to Hasbro Pulse item. It doesn't look that much bigger than that. So I'm thinking there's got to be something a bit more about it to get to the sort of $400 price point. There's a so it's a half Cantina approach. Indeed, it is. There's the floor could be a stretch goal. Well, you never know. I could get I have to make a diorama floor of my own otherwise. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a floor. Let's scroll down here. What else is going on in the chat? There you go. There's no droids, of course. They do not serve their kinds here. There is a Mondo Real Ghostbusters are coming. Jeremy, yes, they are. There is a video on Mondo Ghostbusters on the channel. I have been doing sporadic sort of breaking news videos as the weeks go on, because we're only on for sort of an hour and a half every 2 weeks for Speaking Toys, so we can't get through all the toy news. So there is a Ghostbusters one covering that. There's a breaking news video about Venom, Mondo, Bane. So if you do want to check out some of the other videos on the channel, which I know that Jeremy there has done, there is a, and again, patrons needed. That's not been made. Yes, of course, I don't have any figures that would actually go in the Cantina. So I would need a full set of figures to go with this. Of course, people that have been collecting 3 3/4 for a long time will probably have quite a lot of characters, but there could be a lot more. Tariq is not feeling it. Kurt K is like, yeah, it's a centerpiece. There was a so we've got mixed opinions going on. What's always had in my head for a Cantina is this is what I could do with Matthew. There's a lack of internet. Now it's the Lego Cantina, because if I just go and find a different screen, if I share this instead, if I share that screen, yeah. So Matt has the Lego Cantina, the Mos Eisley Cantina there in Lego, and you get the whole thing. So because I've had this ingrained in my head for so long, seeing the Lego version, if I show the open shot,
opens up, right?
Yeah, so it opens up. So we've effectively got the back piece here and the entrance and the bar. It's this other side here that isn't in it, unless of course it is in it and we just can't see it, and that's what the deluxe bit is. So I would like a bit more. And the round dome and everything, the domes of Mos Eisley, the domes of Tatooine, it needs just one little bit of dome on the entrance. So just for me, it hasn't 100% sold me yet, but I can be sold. I'm easily swayed.
You're easily swayed, let's put it that way.
But I've just had this Lego Cantina in my head for so long. So if you want a centerpiece, this could be a definite centerpiece item, is a Lego Cantina. Does look pretty cool there.
Can you still buy this Lego one?
Not from Lego, no, it is gone. It is discontinued. I think it's still on some websites, though. It has been in the big sales over the years. I think Matt picked this up for just over 250, so it has had £100 off over the years. So it's just jumping from that sort of full Cantina to the one here that's not quite full. That's just what I had in my head. So I suppose it's my own expectations.
Yeah, I suppose. When you've got an image,
of what I've seen there is what's made me kind of think. So I don't know. So yeah, that is what it is. So Hasbro has sprung a leak. Somebody's not pressed the right button, and the Cantina is there. So the only question is now, when is it going up for order, and what are those full details going to be? How long is this delay going to be? They've not.
They said when they're going to announce it properly, or
they have not. No, we are just waiting. So I'm sure Mr. Stevie will update us on Instagram at some point from Hasbro when we'll actually get more news on this. But at the moment, we wait and see. So I do want to see more close-ups, the rest of the images. I want to know what the rest of it is. I want to know how modular it is, how we can build this, and what figures are going to come with it. Because if I am going to get this, I'm going to need some figures. So we will have to wait and see. So we will wait and see, won't we? So that is it. Let me just go over to this page here, and then we'll go on to our next news item, I suppose. So we will quickly just cover, as I say, in Matthew's internet and temporary absence, there is a Lego Batmobile out there from Batman the Animated Series. I'll cover it more when he's properly on the channel. But when I first saw it, I was like, oh dear, don't like these stupid guns that aren't accurate at all. And why is it dark blue? And why has Mr. Freeze got no leg paint on? But we will cover that in more detail. Luckily, you can actually take take those silly guns off. It does look more like a traditional Batmobile. Again, it's quite overpriced for Lego as well, this one. So we will cover that when Matt is on the channel. But it is DC, so it's just a bit of a segue, you see, into my next actual DC segment. And you're never going to guess where we're going, of course. It's what Adam Batman around wanted. He super chatted way at the start there, talking about this. So here it is then. So today at 5 p.m. UK time, 12 o'clock Eastern, it went up for order. The much anticipated for the last couple of weeks, the Mondo Batman and Bane 2-pack. So this is the classic Bane, finally a classic Bane from McFarlane Toys, and another Nightfall Batman, which without question I would say is their best Batman body buck in the McFarlane line. So he's getting another redo, but this time he is battle damaged. And he's got a soft goods cape with a bit of wire. So that's an improvement over some of the hard goods we've seen from McFarlane. And then we've got big old beefy Bane. So he comes with back hair. He's got shoulder hair. And he's got cell shading. I think I saw Dom pop in the chat earlier, not a fan of the cell shading. I actually quite like it on this one, surprisingly, for me and McFarlane cell shading. So everybody knows I'm a big fan of Mondo and Mondo's cell shading. But McFarlane usually, on their animated series figures especially, the cell shading's absolute toss bollocks. Terrible cell shading. But looks much better to me on this, because it does look quite like the comic book panel of when Bane breaks Batman's back. He's got those blue shadings in the right place. He's got the hairy arms in the right place. The articulation is good enough just about to get the pose. He comes with alternate hands. And Bane is massive. Probably a bit too massive, but it could be worse. And I sold my McFarlane Bane a long time ago with one with the sort of crazy chest armor on. So I've been hoping to get a redo, and this is the exact redo that I was looking for. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. We'll come to Cheeky Monkey for some quick thoughts. He probably has no idea what we're looking at. What am I looking at there?
Bane and Batman.
Fantastic. Great commentary there.
Well, is that all right?
Really is, yeah. We're looking at Bane and
Batman. What am I looking at? I have no idea. I've seen Batman before. Bane, I kind of know, but don't know very well. But yeah.
At least you've seen Batman before. That's fantastic. We've been in a bit of trouble if you haven't seen Batman before, but you've seen Batman.
This is why you need Matthew and not me.
Well, Ian here, you're here.
Well,
what do you think of Bane here?
He's a bit big.
He's a bit big, yeah.
Is he going to stand all right with them skinny legs and bigger upper body?
The other one did, actually. The other one did stand okay. So,
well, that's all right.
Todd does give you a stand. He's very muscly there. It looks like me when I take my top off, effectively.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely
perfect resemblance there.
Absolute spitting image. So, of course, if you want the Mafex version, that is due pretty soon, I think. They're not out yet, but the Nightfall Batman and Bane are due soon-ish from Mafex. I do also have those on pre-order. So, yes, I will tell Cheeky Monkey now, live on air, that I'm buying this figure from McFarlane and I'm buying this figure from Mafex at the exact same time. And it's the same figure in the same outfit.
Why can't you just stick to one?
Answer that question for me.
Different outfit.
No, it's the same outfit. I just told you it's all the same.
Because you got to complete the collection.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you got to have a classic Bane in your McFarlane collection.
Oh, you've got to, yeah. You know, if you didn't start the collection in the first place, you wouldn't need it, would you?
That's a true statement. Well, I did sell my McFarlane, then I bought them again, then I sold them.
I'm not going through this again. McFarlane's like the bane of my life, I tell you at the moment.
The McFarlane's the bane of your life. Well, of course, McFarlane famous in the toy community for being the top range of action figures in all of action figures.
But you sold yours, then bought it, then sold it, then bought it, then sold it, then bought it. And you just keep doing it.
I'm on my 4th attempt, as you know. Yes, with our friend Toddy Mac and the purchases of McFarlane Toys. But this, I really like this one. I do really like this. So it went up for pre-order a few hours ago, and God, we knew it wouldn't last long. I think most people knew this would be a quick seller. And it was a very quick seller. It was gone within half an hour, I think, mainly. I think it lasted a bit longer on the McFarlane Toy Store itself. If you did catch my video last week, there was a UK code on for McFarlane. So code UK50 got you 50%.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't seem to work as of today, but so it must have just been a short promotion. I'm assuming, or it may have been because I've used it before and I think it's only one time. But you can always try UK50 if you're out there trying for order from McFarlane, because I saved nearly £100. So I'm just awaiting. It has shipped, so somewhere over the ocean is a rather large order of McFarlane toys for literally half price. So it was
Bargain.
It was a bargain, as you say. So the Plastic Man wave in its entirety is on its way to me. But yeah, I had to get this one. So it didn't last long at Big Bad Toy Store. I ordered through Big Bad Toy Store literally at 5 o'clock. I was there on the dot.
You can only get one off. You can't
It was
order
one
more.
per customer. Yes, it was one per customer on Big Bad Toy Store. So yeah, I could only order one. But as I say, hopefully I can cancel that.
Do you know what that reminds me of? The Del Boy and Rodney. When Del Boy dresses up as Batman. That's the Batman outfit he had on, isn't it?
I suppose technically he had a classic Batman outfit. I know he more had the Adam West 1966.
I'm trying to think if it was that blue or not. I don't know.
It was that blue. It's that classic blue. So there is. I quite like this. We've got a bit of a gritty face. I like the sculpt. I do like McFarlane sculpts at times. At times, I say some are terrible, but I do like this sculpt. Wired Cape doesn't look too bad for a Wired Cape for a sort of regular figure priced Wired Cape. You're going to get much better with Mafex, but of course you're going to pay a lot more for a Mafex. So the battle damage appears just to be deco rather than sculpting, which is of no surprise at all because it's just a reuse sculpt of the Nightfall we already have. But it's a good figure. It is a good figure for McFarlane Toys. Price point on this was $70, which again was no surprise to me. Saw a few people kicking off saying it should have been $60, but I think the bigger figures now are $45, and some of McFarlane's regulars, especially with soft goods, will be $25. So $25 and $45 will get you to $70. So I wasn't surprised at that. It was just a shipping from the McFarlane Toy Store, which was the thing. It was over $40 to ship this to the UK. So whereas Big Bad Toy Store would do it for about $16. So that's why I went with them. But I say, hopefully the UK stock has not gone up unless the chat has found any. Anybody in the chat, let me know if the UK stock has gone up because I will do an order as we speak. But he did not last long. Hopefully he will be back for those that literally couldn't get on within that first hour. But it wasn't a surprise that one sold so fast. And you do get the alternate hands for Bane, so you can get all your cool sort of breaking the bat poses out of this one. So let's see what the chat was saying on this one. There you go. Adam Batman is here. Now we're talking. So hopefully we can get, to say, these into the UK. We're talking about Lego Harley Quinns. I can see down there. That's what we're talking about. Yes, Damien was saying, yeah, it was a bit more grey and blue. Yeah, I think it was. And the Only Fools and Horses, a classic UK sitcom. A very good episode that was. Kev was saying that code, was one and done. So it was, one and done. That's why I did quite a big order, because I thought it might be one and done when I put my order in. So at least that was working. That was what's Adam saying? And let's see, what does Batman, the man that changed his name officially, legally to Batman, what does he have to say about this one? Bane is too tall, Batman is too scrawny, but he's still in for this. He doesn't care. He's definitely in for this one. Are you in for the Mafex as well, Adam? I'm sure you will be. We've got to get him in on the Mafex train there. So a very, very popular set, I would say. This one, I say, cell shading you could be mixed on, but apart from that, I think it's for McFarlane anyway. For Toddy, it's a good set, but the Mafex will be definitely more better. But as I say, Mafex is Mafex. That's why I collect both. It was I saw somebody arguing in the Facebook group over like who was better. I was like, just buy both. that's my
just buy more.
Yeah, Scottish Lilo prefers Mafex. And yeah, they're on order from HobbyLink. Yeah, so HobbyLink. Hopefully HobbyLink, come on HobbyLink. While the yen is weak, hit us with those Mafex invoices so we can pay them while they're cheaper. Because that we don't mind paying invoices when they're a bit cheaper. That's always a bonus. So we've done a bit of Star Wars, done a bit of DC. I think there might be a bit more DC actually, if I can get the mouse on the right screen, son. Because it wasn't the only figure that went up today, was there? Was another one. There was Tim Drake. There was so it's not. So here's Robin. It's not Dick though, dear. It's Tim. Okay. Are you a fan of Dick or a fan of Tim?
Unfortunately, I don't know the difference. So
she doesn't know the difference between a Dick and a Tim. Well,
I know.
I was just being filthy, to be honest. I was expecting some culture. There was.
I don't know. I just.
You act like you've never seen Dick. It doesn't make me look very good, dear, live on YouTube, does it? Now, it doesn't make me look very good at all. There was. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to remove Cheeky Monkey again for the rest of the evening. No, Nothing.
What do you want me to say?
Not a sausage.
Robin's Robin, but you keep calling him Dick. It's confusing.
Robin's Robin. That's the problem. There's a lot of Robins over the
That's
years.
it. So it's not my fault that they keep changing him.
It's not. Do not blame Cheeky Monkey, ladies
And
and gentlemen.
then Batman's got like 10 different outfits, so I get confused.
Oh, I do love you, dear. It makes me. She brings a very different thing to action figure YouTube. So if you share this podcast out there, people, share this live stream. If you haven't shared it before, give it a share, because I think we have a very unique perspective here in Cheeky Monkey.
No, it's not my fault.
The USP. There's the unique selling point of this channel and these live streams. This week in toys is our Cheeky Monkey here.
Where's Matthew?
Well, Matthew, he's a goner, love. He's an absolute goner. We might
Matthew,
see him about
help!
There was a. He can't hear you, love. His internet.
Matthew, help!
There was so here's Tim Drake, their new 52 Tim Drake. I think it has sold out, and again, it sold out quite quickly. And I haven't pre-ordered it because I wasn't that bothered.
Different to that one that you've got over there.
There you go. Alexi cannot subscribe. He only subscribes to channels that with tons of dick. What are you looking at now?
Well, that's a different one to that one.
Yes, you're looking at a dick. That's a Tim. There is a. So for those that don't know, she's looking at the Hot Toy Chris O'Donnell Robin from Batman Forever, I think.
The one that's shiny.
Yeah, in the cabinet. Yeah, that's what you're looking at. This is not that. This is Tim Drake from the comics in his new 52 outfit. So a very different version of Robin. There was but again, soft goods. So Toddy stepping it up with the soft goods. Not the greatest soft goods we've ever seen, but it's better than some of the plastic cakes we've had. So we'll take it. So when the UK stock goes up, I think I'll get myself an order in on this new 52 version Tim Drake, but it wasn't one I was rushing out for. Any Tim fans in the chat? Seems Dick's more popular. Now, Damien did remind me of something else. We better get into these. And actually, this popped up yesterday. So for you DC Superpowers collectors out there, there is the Whirly Bat, the Batwing, and the sort of Keaton 89 style full black suit Batman. So go get yourselves one of them if you fancy it. I'm trying not to buy too many Superpowers, just a few mint on card, but it is kind of cool to see a throwback. I did have a figure almost like that as a kid, of course, when they did the original Batman 89 line. So always nostalgic to see the classics or the Superpower stuff. But we want to get into a bit of the 66 stuff, don't we? So there we go. So there's only a couple. So there is Nightwing. So, of course, Nightwing did not appear in Batman 66. That is from the comic version of Batman 66. But where's David Evan Smith when you need him? Hope he'll be on the replay, because I'm sure he'll be quite excited by this. He was with us a couple of weeks ago, having a time of his life in this what we call our quiz, The Price is Wife.
Price
having
is
a lovely
Wife.
time. But here we have. So this actually is, dear. I can confirm you are looking at Dick. Yes,
Dick.
This is a Dick pic. So that is my Dick pic with chest hair. Yeah,
chest hair. I never knew Robin to have chest hair.
Well, that's technically not Robin. It is Dick, but it's Nightwing.
I'm very confused.
Right, so we have to educate Cheeky Monkey live on there. So Robin grows up, dear, and becomes Nightwing.
Right, okay.
So then somebody has to replace him as Robin. Because Batman always needs a Robin, so he has to replace his Robin with different Robins over the years. But when the original Dick Robin grows up, he becomes his own superhero called Nightwing.
Right, okay.
And this is an interpretation if he was in the 1966 Adam West, sort of the classic camp show that we used to enjoy on the replays of children. So they've done an interpretation with, look at the little bell bottoms and the flares on the
love it.
Outfit and the chest hair. So that's what he would look like if he was in it, because he was in a comic book. But I'm not buying that one, so don't panic, because he wasn't in the show. I'm not buying it. But there is one figure. Well, actually, there's two. Let's start with old Alfred. So here we have the classic 1966 Alfred. Does he come with that bat phone? You better come with that bloody phone. Let me read the description. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, does he come with the phone? Because I haven't bought the play set, so I want the classic. Why have you got
a picture with the phone then, otherwise?
Well, he might, because it comes in a play set, so I'm wondering if he's just handling it from the play set. And he comes with his little duster. I don't know.
Cool.
I could probably go and find out myself because he's actually up for pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered them yet, so I need to get myself a pre-order of Alfred. So it's nice to have Alfred.
You've got a housekeeper.
That's a different housekeeper. That was a 1989 housekeeper. This is a 1966 housekeeper.
But do you have to have them all?
Do I have to have them all? Yes, they're different Alfreds, dear.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's a lot of Alfreds. I could do with a Michael Caine as well. He was Alfred once. If you remember.
We're gonna run out of house.
We're going to run out of house. It's live. It's happened. We've run out of house. The show's off the air. Thank you, Kevin. He's confirmed the chat. He comes with a phone. Right. Okay. We're definitely buying Alfred then. So I need to get over to Star Action Figures and pre-order.
What, just because he comes with a phone, you're going to buy it?
I was going to buy it anyway, but I was hoping he comes with a phone. That was
right.
That's a little Bertie bonus for you here. So there was here is Bookworm then, a character from the actual 66 show itself. Old Roddy McDowell, I believe, played Bookworm in the show. He was in Planet of the Apes, I think. So here he is, a random character. I think he became DC Comic Lore a bit later, but originated in the 66 show, I do believe. So, yeah, definitely want Bookworm. One of those characters that I know we'd be excited about. I'm sure Damien is excited about this one. I think he might have been saying earlier in the chat. We still need characters, of course, like Mad Hatter, as you're saying, everything from 66. But to have Egghead, to have King Tut, and to have Bookworm, we're getting there really now, aren't we? We're nearly there for all the main sort of... The 66 cube is just over here to my immediate left. You can see a few there in the... You're just about off camera on this smaller screen. So don't mind me a bit of 1966. You bought me the Blu-ray box set, if you remember, dear, back in the day of this one.
Did I?
You did. That's how much she cares. So, well, that's Cheeky Monkey for you, ladies and gentlemen. She's not bothered by the Bookworm at all, so she's not going to be picking one up. But I will be
Bookworm.
Well, they made him up. Don't worry. Don't panic. You could always have a Jokerized Batmobile.
Cool. I like that.
She likes that. So we can't have a Bookworm, but she likes the stupid Jokerized Batmobile.
Stupid.
We must remember, though, for those that are long-term viewers of this stream, their favourite Star Wars character as of now is Jar Jar Binks.
No.
This is the level we are working with there.
Okay, you told me off for cheering the little boy.
We are getting live trivia here from Damien in the chat. Jericho, Roddy McDowell also played Jervis Tetch in the animated series. Oh, there we are. Facts, Jeffrey.
Lovely.
There you are.
But I think that was cool.
I really thought you said there, your Bristolian accent was coming out. I thought you said, I've just had a missed call.
Missed call? Well, I don't know because I'm on my phone. I've got all these notifications come through.
Enunciate, dear.
Pronunciate.
Yes. Good night. Right, let's get through the DC because Cheeky Monkey is off the DC. There's a bit of Marvel that dropped this week. It was an absolute farce by the signs of it. So Warbird Carol Danvers went up for pre-order. She was a Target exclusive over in the US, and I think she lasted about 4 minutes. So it did not go well. So this has not been a very popular pre-order. I see Dan Young out there kind of apologizing as hopefully more stock will be available when she actually goes into the store. So yeah, it did not last very long for the Warbird pre-order. So either all the bots got it, or more likely, I think Target didn't put all their stock up. Pulse seems to like to do that a bit in the UK. They only put a little bit of the stock up for pre-order. We all get in a bit of a panic. They initiate the FOMO, and then when it comes out and the figure's actually in stock, there's quite a few available. So it could be a sort of FOMO trigger, we could call this. Yeah, a bit of a tactic on Target's part. Or of course, it could have just sold very well. But I think it's more likely the bit of tactical marketing there going on from our friends at Target. Well, I wouldn't say our friends at Target. They've been to a Target in my life, but yes, dropped into thin air in the US. There's says your boy's got toys, so I'm sure hopefully she will be back. If you want them from the UK, we can get you over from the UK, but unfortunately the shipping these days, you'll pay £25 for the figure, so about $30 for the figure, and then there'll be another $30 for shipping, so she'll cost you $60 for because we can get them quite easy, luckily for us in the UK, with some of these Hasbro exclusives. They bring the stock to the UK, whereas Mattel with the wrestling figures do not do that. And McFarlane Toys hardly bring any of their exclusives over to the UK. But so one thing we'll give Hasbro credit for is they're quite good at UK distribution. It does seem so. You can get these a bit easier than you can over there. So Warbird didn't last particularly long, but hopefully she will be back. Over to Carnage. So you might have seen my breaking news video this afternoon. If you haven't, we'll give it a sort of brief thoughts now. Get the thoughts of the chat. And if you want more details, then you can go and see that video I put up earlier. Because as soon as this went up, I was straight over to the from the works laptop to my left, straight over to the sort of action figure laptop to the right, and recorded a little video on this. So, to my surprise, and as very surprise of many, we have Carnage from the Sony Venom film, Let There Be Carnage. Now, Cheeky Monkey, do you remember this film at all?
Is it when they go up to the bell tower thing?
They have a fight in
The
a
top
church.
of that church or something.
Yeah, so this is the second Tom Hardy Venom film, the one with Woody Harrelson playing Carnage here, as we have symbiote versus symbiote. And if Cheeky Monkey remembers, this is not my favourite of the films.
No, I know.
With
you
Marvel.
Don't really enjoy it. I don't mind them.
She doesn't mind them. She doesn't mind the Tom Hardy Venom films. To me, they get right on my tits, to be quite honest with you. So no, I'm not a fan of this film at all. So I couldn't give a toss about this figure. However, it's a pretty good looking figure. I do actually think the figure itself looks really good. So if you like the film or you want a movie Carnage in your collection, then have at it next Wednesday, because this will be going out for order next Wednesday, then the 15th, 1 p.m. Eastern, where you can get yourself a nice Carnage figure. But it's the design that got me going, because this is an 8.5-inch figure, so it's going to be a deluxe then. So probably going to be around the $40 price point, maybe the sort of your sort of Doc Ock price point, I would assume. Hopefully it won't go as high as the Green Goblin price point. I'm going to assume it's in the 40. You do have bendy wire tentacles. It took me nearly the whole video to work out they were bendy wires, because I was looking at the pictures backwards, and by the time I got to one, they were posed. I was like, aha, yes, they are bendy wire. So SH Figure Arts has a version of that. There's actually a Star Wars meme playing here, or Star Wars GIF, I should say, playing in the Hasbro Pulse Instagram of actual of Chancellor Palpatine here from episode 1 of the Phantom Menace you've just seen. So it's a little fact for you there. Oh, she's very keen. Very keen, very keen. So do you like this design at all?
Well, I don't know what you put it with.
Well, I don't want it. I'm not buying it. It's actually if you like the design. So you can talk freely on this, because I have absolutely no interest in purchasing it.
Well, looks all right. Looks what it's supposed to look like, I guess. Are they bendy, those things?
She's not listening to me at all, is she? Yes, they are bendy, dear. I've just been over that.
Okay, sorry. I'm half asleep. It's past my bedtime.
After bedtime. What time is it? It's 10:30, dear.
I know. Where's Matthew?
You do actually go to bed, dear, don't you? I'll wake you up in a minute, because we're going to have some horror figures in a minute.
Great.
Great. That always gets you going. She pretends she doesn't like a horror film, but truly, she does like a horror film. So there is Carnage. Yeah, it's very tall, because Carnage was so lanky and tall in the film. He was taller than Venom. And I spent the entire film moaning that he was taller than Venom. And I just couldn't cope with it. So here he is in all his Marvel. I'm just surprised they made it. Okay, a couple of years since the film's come out. They've hardly done any Sony figures. They've done plenty of MCU figures, but not many Sony figures. Literally just Tom Hardy's Venom himself. So here we have Carnage to go with him. So does this open the door, do we think? I said in the video, does this open the door to Morbius? And then the YouTube legend that is displayed once, then did remind me, does this open the door to Madam Web figures from the Sony Madam Web verse that started this February? A film we've still not seen.
Madam Web, have we?
We've still not watched Madam Web. We haven't. So that'll have to be a new video coming to the channel at some point. Cheeky Monkey reviews Madam Web.
Great.
Well, you'll probably like it. Is it?
Oh, yeah, probably.
You're like, well,
anything you don't like, I seem to love.
You do. We've watched Morbius. That was absolutely terrible. One of the worst films I think I've ever seen was Morbius. But yeah, here is Carnage. So get your pre-orders in if you fancy this one. Let's say cool looking figure, just not one for me. So I can happily pass by on that. Talking Ghostbusters, anybody wants a 1/18 scale XO1? Does seem Hasbro Pulse has dropped one today, but hopefully Mondo will drop one of these when we get to the real Ghostbusters line. As I said, there is a full video on real Ghostbusters on the channel, so we won't cover it today. But yeah, go and check that one out because I am definitely in for Mondo Real Ghostbusters. And right, here we go then. It's your favourite event of the year, dear. It's Haulathon.
Oh, Haulathon. I thought that happened.
It has. It's the last day of Haulathon. So you can wave goodbye to Haulathon 2024. And to be honest, it's actually been okay this year. It's actually been okay. So it's not been too bad at all compared to previous years when we've had that absolutely crazy shipping. But this year, it's definitely settled down. The UK shipping was much better. Shout out to Mike Hex there, who's helped me out with the Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady, or whichever way they go, the robot versions. But week 5 drops, your final drops then. If you want a bloody Predator, well, the neck has got you covered. Look at this thing, dear.
Oh.
Ooh, half translucent, blood-covered Predator. Look at that. That sounds right up your alley.
No, we're not getting it.
Can we get one of them?
No, you're not having that. Well, you bought it, haven't you? Oh, no. Jay.
Accusations. If I could get a blooming word in, I have not bought it.
Have you bought it?
No, I've not even been on Haulathon today. I've just brought it up purely for the point of discussion here for the stream, and I'm getting accused on my own live stream of erroneous action figure purchases.
With this, what happens? I go to bed and sometimes you buy things.
The question you should have asked is, will I buy it? Will I buy it?
Will or not have?
Will I buy it?
You're not buying it.
Well, I don't know because I've not seen the film yet. So
no, we're not watching the film, so you can buy another toy.
Now, where do you think, what streaming service would this film be on? Look at that face sculpt.
What's it called?
It's Prey. It's the new Predator film.
Disney Plus.
It is correct. There you go. So clearly Disney Plus in the market of classic horror films and things. Disney Plus. That's exactly where you would go for this.
More the new family channel, eh?
It does. What a family classic this is going to be. So the Ultimate Bear Blood Feral Predator, this is called. It looks pretty cool, and this has actually got me really keen to actually watch the film because we've not. It is on the list of films I need to watch. I've heard it's quite good. It's just one we've never got round to. So I think in the next week or so, we will definitely be watching this film to work out if I need to purchase.
Well, can you watch it without me? I don't think I want to watch this one.
Oh, you love a good film. You
watch it with Matthew.
You love a good horror movie.
No, I don't want to watch that one.
You'd love to watch it. So
no.
Forward to that with me. If you want a samurai version of a rabbit, there you are. You can have Samurai Usagi Yojimbo from the sort of Stan Sakai line, adjacent to the cartoon Turtles. So he is up for order on the last week of Haulathon here. And what else have they got today? Not much more, I think. Just the Bebop and Rocksteady. Oh, and a Cookie Monster. You can have yourself a 12-inch. There you go. That's cheered it right up. That's cheered.
Can we get that one?
Well,
is he cuddly?
He's a 13-inch interactive plush. Oh, well, there you go. Well, we're Cookie Monster. Now, you probably don't know this then, Cheeky Monkey, but if you're that excited for this 13-inch Cookie Monster, many, many moons ago, the very, very first Haslab was a life-size Cookie Monster.
And you didn't get it?
Size. Wasn't quite life-size, but it was big. It was a big old, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 foot Cookie Monster. And it didn't fund. It got like 300 backers.
Oh, I want a Cookie Monster.
So let's go and see if I can find some images to show you.
How much is this one?
30 quid.
So, can we get it?
There is a. Well, I don't know. You have to pay international shipping.
This one?
Well, okay, right. Looks like I'm buying a Cookie Monster. Ready? So,
no, I saw how big he is.
Expect to see that on the channel coming soon.
Oh, look how cute he is! He's all fluffy and everything.
Well, okay. Right, Cookie Monster it is. I've never even heard you get excited about a Cookie Monster. This is
Cookie Monster.
There was wow.
Cookie Monster. You don't like Cookie Monster?
I don't mind the Cookie Monster. I don't think I'm quite as excited for the Cookie Monster as you are for the
Oh, I like the
said
Cookie Monster.
said Cookie Monster. But
Do they do Big Bird?
haven't seen Big Bird, no.
I like
But,
Big Bird.
and there's some of the previous drops then from Hall of Honor the previous week. So that is Hall of Honor in the books for this year. But we will finish the stream off today with a bit more NECA and some news that broke today. This is one of Cheeky Monkey's absolute favourite films, of course. It's about old Santa Claus himself. Here is the NECA Ultimate Krampus.
Oh, is that my favourite film? What are you chatting about?
You love a good festive movie.
Well, I don't. I've watched it, but I wouldn't say it was my favourite.
Get yourself close to your phone. Have a look at this.
Don't know if I want to.
Because this could be a purchase. We're gonna end the stream here.
No, he's freaking me out already.
Right, so they got a 10-inch deluxe Krampus from the 2015 Krampus film. They teased this years ago, didn't they? We've been waiting absolutely years for this. It does look pretty cool. Kind of.
Is that why we watched the film? Because you thought they was going to bring out a toy?
I watched the film, yes, because I had the Mythic Legions.
Was
Mythic
it?
Legions are like a Krampus
That
figure.
was it.
Yeah. I sold him. No, I sold him in the Santa Claus. And here is the version from the film. So, anybody want a Krampus?
No, thank you.
I kind of want one. Then
you kind of want everything.
I've got a horror collection. I got NECA horror figures. So this would go pretty well. But what put me off is the price.
Well, how much is it?
So a normal NECA figure these days is about £40, $40. This Krampus is $100.
Oh. It's my Home Alone NECA.
Yes, and they're about 40, but this is 100. I don't know why this is 100. Yeah, it's big, but I wouldn't say it's twice.
With accessories?
Not an awful lot. Nothing more than a usual NECA would come with. So I don't.
Maybe because it's festive. Sometimes festive things are a bit more, aren't they?
This looks like it's hardly got any articulation. It almost looks like a statue. Now it all looks to be sculpted. I wouldn't say there's any soft goods on this at all.
No.
Looks barely any articulation. Probably the arms move up and down, and that's going to be about it. So I don't know why this is $100. It's on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth now. About 100. Whether that's an error, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But it's big, but I wouldn't say it's quite worth 100. So we'll see if the UK even gets this for any UK stock, because I certainly won't be importing it at that price. But if we do get some UK stock, or if this goes up on our friend Uncle Ali, we might be able to get a bargain. Because if I could get this for a good price, I am definitely buying me a festive Krampus here.
Where is he going to go in your collection? Have you got a Christmas collection, have you?
We've got a NECA horror section there with Jason and Freddy and Hellraiser and all things in there.
You're going to put Father Christmas with it?
And Alien. It's not Father Christmas, it's Krampus.
It's Krampus. So,
to go with him, there's the clown from the Krampus film. So remember this. So get yourself into the screen now. Remember the clown.
No. You don't need these things.
Oh, look at this. There's where's Dan, Who, and Amanda when you need them?
Jay,
Dan, if you watch this to the end, I want to know what Amanda's reaction is to some of these figures, because this is look at these. So we got the Jack in the Box sort of clown from the Krampus film again, over 10 inches. So I guess this is 100 as well, I'm going to assume. This is absolutely sickening. I love this. This is really freaky.
Really crazy.
Oh, look, he's eating the child. That's
stop it. Don't need to show these things.
Oh, this is phenomenal. See, I knew she'd wake up when we finish on a bit of horror.
Hey, behave.
So, these literally broke. I'm just reporting the news, dear. I'm just
no, you're not buying these.
A broadcast journalist for the day.
You're not
encouraging that. Well, I guess they're going to be a bit too expensive to start with, but he's coming out the Jack in the Box. So this thing will give you nightmares. Look at this. This is absolutely nuts. So, yeah, I'm quite into that. But I don't know. Something's a bit off with the price point, it seems, on these. But would definitely be a fan of that. So let's go to the poll then. Let's go to the poll. And let's end the poll. And let's see what's won the poll. Because I've actually remembered. And one of these figures was in it. So we had to choose from the Retro Venom then, which I said we've done a whole video on that this week. So go check out the Retro Venom video if you haven't, for my thoughts on Retro Venom, the Batman and Bane 2-pack, the Carnage figure, or the Krampus we just looked at. And the runaway winner then, 22 votes in the poll, it's the Batman and Bane McFarlane 2-pack is the poll winner for this episode of This Week in Toys, which is to no surprise whatsoever to me and the speed of which it's sold out. Again, hopefully UK stock will go up for pre-order at some point in the near future. But an hour and 45 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, I think we will call the show there, and Cheeky Monkey can go to bed because I could be in for it otherwise, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed this week in toys. Thank you for everybody commenting in the chat. Thank you to the super chatters we had this evening as well. Much appreciated. Does help support the channel. If you've watched to the end, then please, of course, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Tickle that notification bell as well. And of course, we'll see you on the next video. But before we get out of here, Cheeky Monkey, we need a word of the day for the replay crew.
I don't know.
That's
Jar
all right,
Jar.
because that's what I was going to go for. Jar Jar. So, anybody left with us in the live chat when the video ends, get into the comment section and type the word hashtag Jar Jar. So then we know you've watched to the end. And of course, it really does help the YouTube algorithm share the video if you can get in there. Please do hit that like button on the way out as well, because that will help get the video to more people. And I hope you've enjoyed This Week in Toys. So Cheeky Monkey, her impromptu full review of the Phantom Menace, I think was the highlight of the show for me this evening. We had all sorts of figures in toy pickups. We had Batman. We had Hasbro had sprung a leak out of the tap. Everybody's saying good night in the chat. Everybody's watching your revision tomorrow. She's in there.
Yay!
Then good luck with that. Cheeky Monkey will be having a time of her life, and I will be hopefully buying some figures or something. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's been Cheeky Monkey. I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK, and of course, we will see you all on the next video. See you later.